In August of 2019, the property we were in the process of buying was sold to another buyer. We were all disappointed, but knew without a doubt God had something better for us. After 4 months of prayer and pressing forward, we unanimously voted to begin renting a large warehouse property just down the road from our church. Cleaning and renovations began immediately, with anywhere from 10 to 70 people volunteering daily to help us move in as quick as possible. On February 29th, we had a dedication service with all the volunteers and staff of Genesis Church. Well over 100 people were present. It was a very moving time of dedicating ourselves first as living temples of the Lord, with a time of worship and thanksgiving. One of the most amazing parts was having the owner of this property present. Little did we know at the time of signing the contract that the owner is a very dedicated believer who had prayed hard about renting to us or not, as he really isn't making enough money on rent from us to make his own bank payments. To hear his side of the story during the dedication service, it affirmed in us the step of faith that we've decided to take. The first Sunday of services was an exciting and powerful time. We bought 100 additional chairs, and during the evening service had to bring all the chairs from the reception area for seating, and still had standing room only. It was amazing to see how God answered our question about if it's worth it or not. The following week, there was talk of government restricting gatherings to 300 people or less due to COVID-19. So we canceled our night service, as we had over 400 the week before. We were taken by surprise when that night the president of Peru decreed a national lockdown for the following day. 15 days of quarantine at home, with curfew hours from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m., with the penalty of jail. Anyone operating a vehicle without a permit would have their vehicle confiscated and locked up until after lockdown. The stores have been able to keep up with the demands of food and supply here, as most people earn their money on a daily basis and don't have the means to hoard. However, with strictly limited transportation, there are limits on some items and supplies are starting to run low. Have no worries though, we still have toilet paper and plenty of it. Prices have not gone up, but there's a big need for helping families get the supplies they need since they don't have a means to buy without work. Having the chicken farm here at camp has been a blessing to help food needs for some staff and church families. On March 26, 2020, lockdown was extended through April 12th, but it is only hopeful that it will lift at that date. It is uncertain how things will change between now and then. But we are thankful for the measures that the government has been taking, as the virus has had a very slow spread here in Peru, with less than 20 cases in almost 2 weeks. With all that is happening, some of our biggest needs include church rent. I know this is a struggle everywhere, but no church means no offerings. It's a mystery to us why we signed the contract to have more closed services than held services to date, but we don't regret it. We know God will use this building to gather many people into His family once lockdown is over, and we will be ready for them. On top of this is staff salaries. We need to pay our staff their monthly salaries, and our funds are running low. And with all that is going on with the coronavirus, we're in need of funds for putting together provisions and supplies for many of the families in the church who are struggling to get food supplies. So from all of us here at Genesis Church in Iquitos, Peru, thank you for your love, support, concern, and prayers. We are ever grateful.